Kia ora, tēnā koutou, hello, and welcome back to Minecraft. So, first of all, I have a sniffy nose, I just realised. I have been a little bit sick at the moment, which has kind of contributed to why there haven't been any videos recently, but I am getting a little bit better. I've had mainly just a runny nose and a sore throat, that kind of stuff. A little bit of a cough, nothing too serious. I'm fine. I'm fine, for anyone wondering. But yeah, so I think I'm getting over the majority of the sickness now, but I did just want to make a quick video. Everybody makes a video when they're sick, at least one, so I thought I would too. Anyway, yes, new day here in the future site of Bird City, Birdtropolis. Ooh, that's got a good name, Birdtropolis. Not a bad name. Anyway, so here it is, here's Cow Canyon. I've been working it on a list a little bit off camera. And I came to a realization. I'll first just talk a bit about this. So, this is what I had in mind for the front of the shop, kind of having the cow face up there. And then I kind of came up with the idea, maybe I could put some glowstone lamps or redstone lamps and kind of have them blinking on and off to kind of make it all extravagant and stuff. But I quickly realized that that's probably... it's not really what I want. Because, you know, after that as well, I kind of came up with the idea, well, maybe I could put a big glass dome around it. And it's too big, right? It's too extravagant. So I'm tearing this all down, and we're kind of... Basically what I'm going to do is kind of do a sort of a little small barn, really, is what we're going for. So yeah, but enough about me. So I guess, well, actually, let's keep talking about me. Yeah, in recent... personal news, I've gotten a new thing for my computer, a new external storage device. For anyone interested, it's actually, what is it called? It's the Western Digital My Passport. It's a portable 2 terabytes. You don't need a power supply for it, which is fantastic. And yeah, it just connects in via USB. It comes with those newfangled 3.0 USBs, but yeah, that's that there. So the main reason that you get one of these things, by the way, is for backing up all your old files. But yeah, I've got it for mainly for two purposes: for storing my Steam games and recording. So right now, this video, as we speak, is currently being recorded to the My Passport. How much did I pay for it? It was about 200 US. No, not US, New Zealand dollars. That's the currency here. I've probably said that before. Yeah, we use New Zealand dollars. Yeah, about 200 that. That's probably around somewhere between 170 or 180 US. And as far as I understand it, that's a pretty reasonable price for a something of this nature. As I understand it, this is pretty much the most technologically advanced thingy of its kind. Well, maybe someone in the comments can confirm for me, but yeah, so got that. So far it's been working like a dream. Just one thing about it, it's got this light on it. There's this light on the back of it that just like blinks for no reason. It's like, why is it there? I don't notice it a lot of the time because I've got my light on here, because when I record, you know, I've said it before this as well, I do prefer to record at night, so I've got a lamp on. A lamp or sort of, you know, a little light here on the desk as well, and you know, you can't see the blinking light, but it is just kind of annoying when you turn the computer on in the middle of the dark and it starts blinking. I'll get used to it. But yes, actually did want to talk about something else today as well. Pretty serious thing here. Some grim news in gaming recently. 3 words on everybody's lips. I'll just tell you what those 3 words are. The first word, Nintendo. Yeah, a lot of people in the comments probably already know what I'm talking about here, but for those who don't, Nintendo, the company that's brought us Sonic, the likes of Sonic and... Well, actually, I don't want to do this. Sonic and The Legend of Zelda, as well as, what else have they done that's pretty big? I mean, even those two are pretty huge in their own right. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, those guys. Yeah, they've recently put out, what is it called? Some kind of claim on their intellectual property is what they call it. And this essentially means intellectual property is sort of like images and video and stuff. And that's really the issue here. They've put out a claim on all of their monetary gains for all videos of their intellectual property here on YouTube. And to put it a little bit more specifically for the game is, it's affecting the Let's Players of games, you know, sort of playing through the content, and they can't make money off the videos anymore, basically. You know, you're putting on all these hours and you can't make money off your favourite game anymore that you're Let's Playing, and that kinda sucks. I think I know at least one person that would affect. But yeah, that's obviously not very good for the Let's Players, and I don't think it was a very good idea for Nintendo to do that themselves. Basically, I'll just quickly say, I kind of came up with the idea to have a bit of a walkway around the edge here, so I've kind of carved this out a little bit as well. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, Nintendo has made a lot of people unhappy with them, to say the least. Yeah, as I was saying, I think that's not a very good idea of them to do that, because a lot of their this affects mostly a lot of their loyal fans, particularly people who are playing their older games. You know, even their older games, did they make Mario? I think they made Mario. I haven't actually been, I will just say that I haven't been into Nintendo games all that much growing up as a child. I did talk about in the very first episode of the series about the games that I played as a kid. I won't mention the details here again, but Nintendo didn't play a role for me, I don't think. It doesn't affect me too much, because I don't really upload any Nintendo content, but I can certainly appreciate for people who do upload Nintendo content that it can really affect them, and it kind of sucks. And I think I heard as well that somebody has actually taken a look at all of the legal stuff about this. They've taken a look at it all, and they've they explain it all in a nice, you know, non-cryptic language. They talk in English, and they've managed to explain that Let's Players are well within their right to make these videos and make money off of them. So, if by some small chance that Nintendo is listening to this recording, then I would, as the CEO of Nintendo, what I would do, guys, is give back all the money that you've made so far on YouTube and deliver a true, deep, honest apology to everyone that was affected. You know, your fans, the Let's Players, and all that. Yeah, I really think that you should be doing that. Well, I guess I can just quickly say the one good thing about this, though, is that Nintendo has specifically said that accounts, all that's happening is that the money will be going to Nintendo. They're not banning any YouTube accounts, they're not taking down any videos, so that is a positive spin on it, at least. But yeah, I will just quickly end there by saying you're not going to be seeing any Nintendo content on this channel anytime soon. And the other two words on the lips of everybody in the gaming news world. Eat some chicken. Suspense moment. Xbox One. Oh yeah. So Microsoft has announced that their new system, the Xbox One... I need more wood. Okay, yeah, I did run out. Yeah, the Xbox One is coming. The new console that Microsoft has made. Obviously the successor to the Xbox 360. Now, one thing that the gamers don't really like about this... That's right, we're just attacking big corporate companies here today, that's fine. Yeah, the one thing that they've done that gamers don't really like, or at least that I've heard, what's going to happen is that when you get your game for your Xbox One, which is apparently going to be made public sometime this year, as far as I understand it. Yeah, when you get your game, you're going to have to put it into the drive, and it will have to install onto your Xbox One before you can play it. And you cannot take that game disc and put it in another Xbox One and expect to be able to play it. You'll only be able to play it on your machine and your machine alone. Really, guys? Really, guys? Do you really want people to not buy your product? That is pretty bad, I think, because, you know, I believe even I probably have decent memories, if I could remember them, of and, you know, taking your game to a friend's house and playing on there because they've got 2 controllers and all that cool stuff, so you can play co-op and stuff, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, they obviously don't want that with this, and obviously what they're trying to do from an adult's perspective is to try and prevent piracy. I guess that loops in kind of nicely to something else that they're doing as well with this system. I've kind of heard rumours, I'm not quite too sure if they're true, there seems to be a bit of confusion about it, so I don't have the most up-to-date information on this, but I'm going to talk about this anyway. Apparently there's going to be some kind of DRM feature with the Xbox One as well, not just on games in general, just any specific game, but on the entire system. So again, I'm not too sure on my information there. I did hear that from one of my viewers in the live stream a couple of days ago. But yeah, so that's going to be happening, or may not be happening, and I just want to quickly explain DRM for those people who may not know about it. DRM is a concept where your game is constantly going on the internet, and it's going to, I guess, some kind of Microsoft server, and the game is basically constantly authenticating itself on the Microsoft servers. And by constantly, I mean about probably every couple of minutes, I'd say. At least that's true with SimCity. DRM is definitely in the minds of a lot of gamers of recent times because of the SimCity debacle kind of thing. Yeah, they had a DRM thing going on as well, which is still there and still affecting the people. This is probably a bit big. I'm not too sure. I probably want to get the roof going pretty soon here. But yes, so this DRM is basically another anti-pirating measure. So they obviously don't want people stealing their stuff. And I'd hate it if people stole my stuff as well, but DRM on a game, that's see, it prevents piracy, right? The goal of DRM is to prevent piracy, and the world would be a fantastic place if there was no piracy in it. But the fact of the matter is, again, I'm just going to be totally blunt here, piracy does exist. People are stealing games and ripping off developers. And whether or not you believe that's a good or bad idea, it does happen. Oh man, I don't have very much wood here. So, what do I really want to say about this? DRM is probably the worst invention that mankind has ever constructed. Seriously, because think about it. DRM... You know, these companies, they're devoting probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on this DRM technology, right? Okay, I've got some people on the same wavelength here. Okay, this is a good height. This is a good height. I like this. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars, and perhaps even hundreds, if not thousands of man-hours. I have no idea of the numbers here, but you know what I'm saying, right? They're putting significant resources into this technology, and it's so weird because this it's so difficult to kind of bring people into this topic, so I'm kind of having to choose my words a little bit here. But the thing about DRM is that it's like, put it this way, it slows the game down, right? I think is what I was trying to say. The game performance takes a hit because, you know, there's this. The game is having to devote resources to sending information to these servers to authenticate itself. Fair enough, right? And that's really bad. That's reason number one why DRM is the worst invention in the entire world. Another reason that it's the worst invention in the entire world, because its primary purpose is to you know, stop piracy, but by its very existence, it actually creates more piracy. Hackers like hacking. That's why they do it. There are professional hackers out there, and they do that stuff because they like it. And they probably, or at least put it this way, like, if you type Minecraft hacked or cracked copy into Google, something will come up. Personally, I will just quickly say my personal opinion on piracy is that it's not very good in general because it doesn't really support game development. Particularly if you're a small indie company, you know, like Minecraft for example. You know, they have, I think it's over 5 million copies sold now. But imagine how many more copies they would have sold if everybody got their copy legitimately. That could be up to like 7 or even maybe 8 million copies sold then. But it's just a bunch of people who perhaps can't afford the game, or they want it for free just because they're stingy like that. But yeah, the point is what I'm saying is that it exists and there's not much we can do to stop it. But that doesn't stop the companies. They want to try and put the DRM on. But these professional hackers, they probably treat this as kind of a competition. Like, even if the DRM is on there, you'll be able to go onto some kind of file sharing site and find a version of the game that has had its DRM taken off. I'm not talking about any specific game here. I'm just talking about gaming in general with DRMs on them at the moment. But yeah, so it's basically what I'm saying is that these hackers probably consider it a competition almost to see who can get the DRM off this thing the fastest and get the most downloads on these file sharing sites and whatnot. So guys, I want to put glass in here so I can kind of have what's it called? Yeah, light over the grass, and I actually wanted to have right here, so I kind of got it wrong. Midday. Yeah, so again, DRM by its very design, it's stopping all the development time and money that could be going into making DRM could be going into making fantastic games. This DRM is supposed to be stopping piracy, but it's just making piracy. And that is why I don't like it. And this axe is almost dead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and chop some more wood. I'm actually doing okay for wood. Yeah. Okay, I think I got a bit carried away here with the wood here. But yes, so obviously I think this DRM is a pretty bad idea. And if I remember, and I'll probably link a video in the description that a guy called Nerdcubed made. He's a gamer as well. I guess he is a Let's Player. He's kind of a one-time Let's Player of a lot of games. He does do a few, he calls them completes of games. But yeah, he made a good video once, a while ago, talking about, what was it called? It was called Nerdcubed Doesn't Play SimCity. You know, and he was talking about the DRM thing there, and if I remember, I'll link it in the description. He kind of explains it a bit better than I have, and I'm kind of going off information that I've taken from there and just from the world in general since then, because yeah, that video kind of opened my eyes to DRM, and I'm hopefully trying to open some of your eyes to it. DRM is something that a lot of the younger generation of gamers are used to. Now, if you want some cool games at the moment that don't have DRM on them at the moment, I would recommend the latest Humble Bundle, the Humble Double Fine Bundle. The Double Fine Productions is, well, I guess the Humble Bundle team has approached Double Fine to see if they can get some of their games for them. See, they've got, at the time that I got it, they had about 4 games on there. They had, what were they called? They had Costume Quest, they had Stacking, they had Brutal Legend, and Psychonauts. And those are all really, really interesting games. Again, Nerdcubed has done a kind of a spotlight thing of those games as well. And they're all very unique games. Double Fine's an indie company, of course. Yeah, they are very, very, very unique games. Each of them, you know, none of them really relate to each other. And I discovered Brutal Legend a while ago, just to take an example. It's way up my alley, because I actually really like heavy metal music. And this game, I mean, it's the world in it is just so fantastic. It's just like, you know, it's all based around heavy metal and stuff. And to take one example, alcohol, like beer bottles grow on trees. How cool is that? It's all very comedic and funny, and they're very cool games, and they are DRM free. So if you're looking for some DRM free games for any price that you want, actually, yeah, the cool thing about the Humble Bundle is that you can get your games for any price that you want. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but yeah, there was a bit of a lag spike there. Yeah. Right, well, we're actually coming to the end of 2 days here, and I have kind of talked for a little bit, a bit of a rant here. Kind of actually usual video length here, I think. Not too sure. I was supposed to put a timer down, but I haven't, so... Well, anyway, I think I am going to end the video here. Not much else to say. Have made a bit of progress here. What I was going to do is actually get some sand. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this episode of Minecraft with Birdtross. No, I need a better way to do that. Thank you for watching this episode of Minecraft. My name is Birdtross, and Kiekaha. I'm doing something else, like, for example, checking my emails, my YouTube emails, my inbox on the YouTube, because yeah, I do get a couple of messages on there. But yeah. Right, so now the reason I did this will be a bit clear in a second here. Okay, we've got some grass. One piece of grass in this.